Last night, the Golden State Warriors put the Houston Rockets to bed, sending them to Cancun last night, and man, did they execute in this second half. Not only did the Houston Rockets get stunned, only put up 89 points in this game, including only 20 points in the second and 19 points in the first quarter. But what I wanted to do in this video was break down how they did it, okay? The first thing that we're going to notice on this play is we're running a double drag away in a stagger away screen, okay? So a double drag to the top of the key, right? Love this play. And essentially what we're trying to do here is get this last guy in Tari Eason to switch over. But since it's Steph Curry, we know that Amen Thompson is going to follow all the way back, which puts a lot of pressure on Steven Adams. And if we can get a mismatch, either if this guy steps on Kuminga, boom, we have a backdoor lob, right? So a lot of different actions that you can run with just this one play. So first thing we notice is Steven Adams does a really good job. If you're Kuminga here, you want this to be a shooter so we can break to the top, and then this guy could either follow or not. We get that backdoor cut. But either way, look at what Steph Curry is able to do. Right, so he feels Amen Thompson off the backside, waits from the overcommit. Look at his start-stop ability. Boom, stops on a dime, gets in the other direction, and then boom, quick trigger, no hesitation, drains a big-time three. Guys, get ready, get some popcorn. Let's break down how they won this game. Get excited too. Let's go. All right, you're going to see a lot of Steph Curry here for the next couple of minutes, so bear with me. I know you guys want to see it, so I have to show it. So right now, we're going to set up this fake DHO to pods. And again, what a DHO is, a dribble handoff. We're acting like we're going to set this screen, maybe potentially hand it off the pods from the get downhill, or maybe even a corner three or a corner mid-range, whatever we like. However, what we're actually doing is sending Steph Curry for that DHO. So we're going to come all the way over here. We're going to actually hand it off to Steph. Okay, so boom, fake that DHO. We get Steven Adams to slightly overcommit, has to get back. Now there's separation here. Okay, now the one thing that we want is to get Tari Eason off Steph Curry initially, because we know we're faster and we're quicker than Steven Adams, especially if we're going downhill. And Steven Adams has to step up because boom, if he didn't step up, maybe Steph Curry could have popped the three if we had a good enough screen by Looney. But the point is, now we have leverage over Tari Eason and we have speed over Steven Adams. But watch what Steph Curry is able to do. Fakes up, right? Looks at the basket, gets 2-3 guys to overcommit, and then goes up and under. Gets that thing to go. How in the world does he pull this off? Okay, how? Look at him. Look up at the basket, get guys to overcommit. That is unbelievable. All right, another big time play by Steph Curry. Early in the fourth quarter, he gets his isolation, okay? First thing we notice, guys, is we have a loaded side to the left, okay? And you'll notice all of these guys are dynamic in terms of we have the low dunker spot guy in Kevon Looney. So if we get rotation here, you have that backside lob, right? If you get rotation from the top side, well, bet. We have an open three-point shooter in Buddy Hield who is absolutely on fire. And if we do get that rotation, which usually it never comes from that far, but again, we'll have a shooter in the corner. So what they decide to do is put Steph Curry on an island. Say, hey, isolate. Go do your thing. Now, we have to make sure we understand where the strong side defender is. And as we drive in, we're going to look over at the corner in Draymond Green, right? We're going to get him to kind of move back and open up that lane. Boom, right? You open up that lane by just using your eyes. And then the quick trigger layup by Steph Curry. Again, the dude is unbelievable. And then here we go once again. Now, this is a quick play, right? We're going to do it fast. As he's driving into lane, he sees his defender, right? Kind of freeze. I mean, he's not really looking at the ball anymore. So all we want to do with that separation already is boom, step back, wide open three, and you see he's going to pull up a hammy here. Maybe something's wrong, but it don't matter because this is the playoffs, man. You either play through that or go on the bench, and if you're trying to play through it, you cannot give Steph Curry open shots like that, man. All right, another big time play. So we come up, we set a screen. Because this is Steph Curry, they're going to hedge the big man over, and they're going to send this guy as well, which kind of puts Draymond Green into what we like to call a short roll, okay? So as a short roller, you're not usually someone that's going to be a scorer out of the roll. You're you're more someone that's going to be a playmaker out of this short roll. So as that happens, we're going to give him maybe an over-the-head pass here. Boom. Now, in this specific area, you are playing 4-on-3 basketball. You got a corner man down on the other side, and then you got two guys, or one guy underneath the basket and one guy here, right? So as Draymond is driving in, we get this defense to fully commit upwards, right? So not only do we have a wide open player underneath the basket, but we also have this as well. Okay, so he has what we call court mapping ability. He understands, okay, if I look at pods down low, I can move this defender and then boom, have that three at the top. So what he does, he looked, he moved, and he kicks. Wide open three, Buddy Hield drains another one. Buddy Hield was, man, X Factor. X Factor tonight, or last night. And that's just another great play. Now, guys, before we get any further into this game, the end of the game, hit that like button. If we get over 1,000 likes on this video, you can expect a part 3 tomorrow for the game. Okay, so hit that like button, comment down below, P2. And also, lastly, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family. And like I said, we got you guys covered. And then to put the icing on the cake here, we want to get Jimmy Butler off of Dillon Brooks because, yes, he is a little bit better of a defender, and they like to switch these. So what they'll do is they'll send Dillon Brooks over to Steph, and then they'll hedge this guy over to kind of pick up on Jimmy Butler. Now, that's exactly what we wanted because Jimmy is stronger, he's more physical, and he's got a height advantage, right? So all he does, isolate, he's going to get to a spot, which is usually that top right or top left elbow, anywhere within that mid-range area. He's really, really good. So he spins to the outside, creates separation, fade away mid-range, and drains it. I mean, again, beautiful job. Look at him get inside leverage, plant the foot into the ground, spin the opposite way, and get that shot to go. And then we have the dagger. Up by 14, 3 minutes left to go. Steph Curry gets Jalen Green in an isolation. We're going to plant that right foot into the ground. We're going to create just a little bit of separation here. And Steph Curry has that quick trigger ability. Look at how quick he's able to get that shot off. And that's what makes him one of the most dangerous players in the NBA because how quick that releases. And as he plants that foot into the ground here, there's just nothing you can do. You're already stepping backwards. And by the time you get back up, the shot's already out. Boom. I mean, again, Steph Curry last night was incredible. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 7 dimes, 2 steals, 2 blocks, only 2 turnovers. He was unbelievable. And he put the nail in the coffin for this game. And you can even go to the next play, right? They're up 91-74. Steph Curry has 2 guys on him. He feels that backside pressure. He's trying to put him in what we like to call jail, right? Stuck behind the playmaker. Now you have a 2-on-1 here, which means you have a 4-on-3 everywhere else. We have this guy getting into the lane. We have a corner man here in Buddy Hield filling the lane extremely well. And all we're going to do is wait for those 2 to overcommit. We're going to boom, kick it out. And Buddy Hield's wide open to put the game on ice. Game is over. What a win. What a game. And we're on to the next round. Warriors, tomorrow night versus the T-Wolves. A series I think that this team can win. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some predictions, and I'll see you then. Peace.